On the news at 1, activities within the city centre gradually picking up after Christmas holiday. FCT Water Board commences disconnection of illegal connections to HAP water pipes. And cybercrime in focus as correspondent examines its negative effect on global community. Hello viewer, glad to have you join us on the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. My name is Tessie Omeri. With the Christmas holiday over, residents, particularly civil servants, are gradually returning to work to contribute their quota to the development of the nation. Hawa Gimba reports that traffic situation on some major streets is minimal. As work resumes after the two-day Christmas holiday, there are minimal activities at the Federal Secretariat and many people are yet to resume. For some of the civil servants, it was fun as they unwind with their loved ones and families.
Some of us were not paid for this Christmas, so it was not other palatable. But coming to work is good.
And I'm very happy to be in the office because office is the one that made me to be who I am today.
They also expressed readiness to contribute their best to the growth of the nation. Nigerians are, however, advised to allow the season reflect on life endeavors.
Their festive period. As for we congratulate the Christians for celebrating the birth of Christ and also having a time to remember that there is a given period of time of the year that whereby Christians come together to celebrate their Christmas. And as we also plan towards the new year, we expected many Nigerians to go back to their work and also pray for the.
I felt so relieved. We've rested enough and we are back to work to ensure that we complete the year 2022 in preparation for 2023. And all of us are willing to do the needful to ensure that AMAC moves to the next level.
It is expected that before the end of the day, most workers will have resumed. A drive round major streets shows the traffic flow is low. Hawa Gimba, NTA News. The Christmas holiday is over, but Hadiza Godwin Ebune captured how some FCT residents took advantage of the public holiday to visit their families, friends and loved ones for relaxation before resumption. All roads led to recreation parks in the FCT. Fun seekers trooped in their numbers. They say the holiday has afforded them time for relaxation. Yours sincerely was not left out, as I also joined other fun seekers.
Yes, Abuja is calm. Abuja is safe. We can see everybody here enjoying each other. We are enjoying ourselves. It's glorious.
It's beautiful. The children are having fun. You can see it's a festive period and there's a whole lot of crowd here.
For the children, visitation to the park, they say, gave opportunity to make new friends and share positive ideas that will help them focus better when they return to the classroom.
I would like to learn the first question.
Yes, as a teacher, I've been up and about and all that. I know my students are relaxing and I'm relaxing now. And I know it's doing me a very good. I'm refreshed.
MTA, I love you. I love you.
Both adults and children look forward to a fruitful year ahead. Hadiza Godwin Ebune, NTA News. What a beautiful song there for NTA. Many thanks, Hadiza. The less privileged in the FT also had a feel of Christmas celebrations. Aisha Bashir was at Durumi Orphanage where milk of kindness flowed freely for the orphans.
Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, a season hinged on love and sharing.
This Christmas period, despite everything is hard, people still came and showed love to us.
Children at this orphanage could not hide their joy as they had a lot to eat and drink.
Food, clothes, and toys.
So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel happy. Thank you, may God bless you.
Prayers were offered for the benefactors as they urge well-meaning Nigerians to emulate such gestures for a better society. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
Away from the holiday mood. The FT Water Board has commenced disconnections to save the board huge revenue loss. The general manager of the board, Tawhid Amuson, revealed this during the end of the year briefing in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
The FCT Water Board manager disclosed that despite the huge resources committed to maintaining all major sources of water supply, including the Lower Usuma Dam and trunk lines, some unscrupulous individuals have developed the habit of vandalizing the water pipes and engaging in illegal connections. This development, the general manager FCT Water Board, Tawhid Amusan, says cannot be allowed to continue. He knows that the Lower Usuma Dam, which is the major source of water supply in the nation's capital, has the capacity to generate 20,000 cubic liters of water per hour, but only about 15 to 16,000 cubic liters are being generated at the moment.
We have capacity of producing 30,000 cubic meters per hour from Lower Usuma. And averagely, because we cannot convey everything, we just try to push about 15 to 16,000 cubic meters. If you look at the cost of that 16,000, it will give you about 750 million. You understand? So, but what do we get in revenue? We get about 250. So we are having a loss of about 60%.
The general manager further disclosed that the high influx of people into the FCT has overstretched the water distribution in the territory.
And people, residents, consumers mount a lot of pressure and they say, please give us water, there's pipe passing through us. No. Some people got approval, yes, because they succumbed to pressure. But that's not the right thing to do.
He, however, maintains that the ongoing Greater Abuja Water Supply Project, when completed, will address the water challenge faced by the residents as many districts will enjoy potable water. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And cyber criminality is one of the negative consequences of the telecommunications sector that presents a great deal of risk that the global community, including Nigeria, is dealing with. Abdullahi J. in this report examines the issue.
One of the beautiful things the telecommunications has brought to Nigerians is a wide range of services that subscribers enjoy. Now, it also comes with its attendant consequences or disadvantages, one would say. Now, one of which is cyber issue and the gamut of cyber security issues and criminality. Now, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, as the chief regulator of the telecommunications in Nigeria, has also come up with a number of regulatory mechanisms to be able to checkmate the issue of cyber criminality. Now, the issue under review is one that is of high concern to the country because it is estimated to say that Nigeria loses about $500 million annually to cyber insecurity, cyber criminality, which amounts to 0.08% of the gross domestic product of the country.
It's becoming a world problem. There should be a strike laws, some with their phones, and this Yahoo. It's too much, it's too rampant.
What do you think we should do to be able to stop this menace?
When things are being put in place, when we have job available for the youth, I think this will distract the youth at least and engage them. You know, looking at the routine, you find out that nobody in his right thinking will love to go into vices. You get me? It's situations and conditions that just push people to go into this, even though that is not a guarantee for that, you get me? But when things are being put in place, jobs are being made available, I think it will tackle that.
This cyber criminality or attacks can come in different forms in which individuals, organizations or corporate bodies are not exception to these attacks by individuals or criminals on the cyberspace.
I think there should be, if there's employment for the youth, I think it can also limit the cyber security of it.
When you look at young children coming up, once they get to a level of advancement, they go into computer training and all of that. Before you knew it, they jump into such kind of crime. It tarnishes our image as a nation. But if the government can come up with things that we have enough that can take care of every individual in this country.
Now, the issue of cyber attack or cyber criminality are multidimensional because from the respondents, we have come to understand that it is a whole lot of a chain that needs to be worked upon in terms of providing opportunities for the younger ones who often are engaged in this unwholesome practice. And also government on its part to come up with a serious or a more serious mechanism that will be able to checkmate this unwholesome activity that is tarnishing the image of the country. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Now, a tour of Abuja reveals the security architecture to checkmate criminal elements has so far yielded positive results as residents celebrate H-free Christmas. Asibe Williams, in this background report, brings us up to speed on the crime detection and prevention measures in the FCT during the Yuletide.
What began as a confidence-building strategy of its men and enhanced security architecture shortly before the Christmas through Operation G7 is paying off during the Yuletide as deployment of police personnel and operational assets to areas of security interest within their respective areas of responsibility.
For many fund seekers, security presence in and around parks gave a sense of relaxation as they enjoyed the public holidays.
The Christmas was so peaceful this year. Not like other years that we hear bomb blasts and other things. It was very, very peaceful, and I think the security personnel, the police, should do more in their... I'm hoping for a better Nigeria, a better security for the country. You know, I think things are getting better.
And Christmas has been peaceful. I mean, children went out, their parents actually allowed them to have fun. So, I mean, they actually have 90% that the insecurity issue in the country, I mean, along my location is not really difficult. And so they feel God is in control and security agencies are actually putting enough measures to ensure everywhere is peaceful and then everyone has a peaceful celebration.
Meanwhile, proactive and high visibility patrols were carried out according to DPO Garki Division CSP Fatima Gimba for a peaceful, crime-free and enabling environment.
In the wisdom of the Commissioner of Police, there is what is also known as the CP Convoys Patrol, where more than 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions come together to patrol throughout the night. These patrols usually begin as from the hours of 8 up till daybreak. This is just to ensure that Abuja is safe and people preparing for the Christmas celebration will do it in peace. And it has been so wonderful.
Continued cooperation with the Nigerian Police Force and other security agencies by providing timely information that would help in the prevention and detection of crime remains a critical patriotic duty for all. In Abuja, Asibe Williams, NTA News.
I'm still talking security. Operatives of the Federal Capital Territory Police Command have recovered the body of one Kazim Suleiman, who was reported missing in the early hours of Christmas Day in Karmo. Spokesperson of the FC Police Command, DSP Josephine Adi, in the press statement disclosed that crime scene investigators who arrived at the scene from the Karmo Divisional Police Headquarters confirmed Kazim Suleiman dead with visible body injuries. She adds that the FT Commissioner of Police has directed thorough investigation to unravel the circumstances surrounding the death with a view to bringing perpetrators to book. The relatively peaceful Yuletide celebration experience in the territory is said to be as a result of executive order mapped out by the Police Command. CSP Abdullahi Abubakar Hassan, the DPO Central Police Station, says this strategy will be sustained. He stated this during a security check program called The Police, the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Umuddin Haliru monitored the program.
Operatives of the FCT Police Command say the security architecture to checkmate criminal activities has yielded a positive result as residents celebrated a hitch-free Christmas, and plans are underway to sustain free and fair operations. On today's episode of Call the Police, the Divisional Police Officer in charge of Central Police Station, Abdullahi Abubakar Hassan, say residents should assist the police to be security conscious. The DPO says investigations are on to reveal the culprit behind the death of the person found in Karimu on Christmas Day, promising that the perpetrators will be brought to book.
It was reported to the police station as a missing person. So when it was reported, the DPO now combined his team to start searching for the person that got missing. At a later time, the body of the person was discovered by the police, and the matter is presently under investigation. So after investigation has been concluded, it's going to be relayed to the members of public.
Okay. He urged residents to be law-abiding, as well as give credible and timely intelligence information to the police for prompt action. Umidin Haliru, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Still to come. FCT Minister of State condoles with late Salimota's family, awards scholarship to 2 children. These and more in just a moment. Do stay.
The immediate cause of the latest kills in Abuja remains unknown.
Conceived with the intent to ease the flow of traffic in the nation's capital.
Whichever way it turns out, either to consolidate on the existing mandate or institute a new dispensation.
Located within the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC.
How much do people know about ADR? Are charting a path to having more youth participate in governance, in addition to building young entrepreneurs.
Residents of the Federal Capital Territory are calling on the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, look into the situation.
You have to strike a balance to have a future that you don't have to regret.
Like experts say, what kills really is fear.
In Abuja,
Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Thank you for staying with us. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu has awarded scholarship to 2 children of late Salimota Idowu Suleiman of the Nigerian Television Authority, who died in a train accident. Ifeanyi Izumba reports that the scholarship was announced during her condolence visit.
Describing the train accident that took the life of late Salimota as unfortunate, FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu encouraged the family to accept the incident as the will of God.
God gives life to whom He wants, when He wants, in the manner He wants.
The minister revealed that ministries concerned are synergizing to ensure that the needful is done.
As FCT administration, we have written an immediate memo and letter to the Federal Ministry of Transport to ensure that the needful is done, that the pedestrian bridge is put across, to ensure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. She prayed that God in His mercy will grant the family of the late Salimota the fortitude to bear the loss and grant the deceased eternal rest. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba, NTA News. And Nigerians have been sensitized on the need to eat right for a healthy society. The Eat Right Society, a non-governmental organization, championed this cause at a 2-day Healthy People's Conference in Abuja. Odiri Ogbaru Arutiri reports that the conference brought together nutritionists to educate people on the dangers of nutritional malpractices.
The 2022 Healthy People's Conference, put together by the Eat Right Society, is the first of its kind since the inception of the NGO in 2015. Executive Director, Eat Right Society, Dr. Fumilayo Morilashe, notes that they envision a society where generations are able to prevent, abate, and reverse harmful effects of nutritional, malnutrition, and unhealthy habits, as well as environmental pollution for a better living.
should not look at government must do everything. As an individual, what are you doing to empower your friend? Tia, we talked about it from my experience. Can we have a platform that we can actually bring people together to share our experience, to improve on our health? Because a lot of people, it's not that they don't want to, fortunately, it's not part of our behavior, it's not part of our culture to prevent problems.
The Healthy People event featured display of various fruits and vegetables, as well as how to combine them for replenishment and healing of the body.
Strawberries, all this, the combination gives our heart a very good, robust, long life.
The two-day Healthy People's Conference has its theme, the role of preventing medicine in today's healthcare delivery system. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
From healthy living, let's take a look at religion. Muslims have been tasked on being good examples to the younger generation. This advice came to the fore at the 2022 NASFAT Youth Conference in Abuja. Aisha Abdullahi reports that the conference centered on inculcating leadership roles in the youths.
Youth are the leaders of tomorrow. As such, good leadership begins from good followers. The speaker at the 2022 NASFAT Youth Wing, Ibrahim Doba, says a good follower can be a positive impact to others who want to be leaders, as the dean encourages good attitude, and youth being in mass are the moving train of the society, which NASFAT aims at educating.
The benefits of followership, the training on followership is for everyone, because not only the youths that are followers. However, more than 66% of the population of the country, it's of youth and women. So even if we talk to youths only, that's enough, because they are the agents of change in the society, any society.
Organizers say it is to keep youth engaged in various skills, especially on how to be disciplined in their daily activities, rather than being idle during the break.
Instead of some of them, you find out that being idle, as a Muslim, the Prophet ﷺ go against committing all sorts of bad things. And in doing this, bringing our youth together, it will make us to impact a good initiative.
Some of the participants reflect on how they intend to put into practice what they have learned during the week.
I expect to see new things, make new friends, then believe more in our leadership tutors. I think prayers, doers, yes. I keep repeating it every day. I'll write it down.
Without followership, there is nothing like leadership. And
tonight's edition featured dawah classes, drama session, singles and marriage forum, among other educational issues that will be of benefit to them. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
And for latest in the world of politics, let's join Ifoma Ojinta on political tidbits.
Hello and welcome to Political Tidbits. The 2023 general elections will be a unique one, as they will be the first general elections to be held under the new Electoral Act. And many believe that the majority of voters this time around will be made up of youths, as more than 42 million young people have already been captured on the voters' lists. And the distribution of voter cards is ongoing in earnest across the 6 area councils of the FCT, but not without some challenges.
More than 3 hours we've been here standing. Since morning we've been here. Before they attended to us, they took so long. Even now, the way they are taking the names and calling us is really bad.
We are the problems of ourselves. How can you register in Maiduguri and you want to collect a card here?
The National Orientation Agency, NOA, is not leaving anything to chance in sensitizing the electorate towards a peaceful 2023 general elections. The sensitization this time around was held at the Chief of Meitamayi Garakwo Kubwa Palace.
The National Orientation Agency is asserting that there are more to conducting and acceptable general elections in 2023 than just getting PVCs. The agency is going around sensitizing the electorate at the grassroots on the right procedures to a viable election. Period. The crusade was at Chiefs Palace, Maitamai, Garuku, in Kubwa, where the traditional religious women and youth leaders converged to get first-hand information from NOA and INEC on how to steer clear of void votes, among others.
Of course, beyond getting our PVCs, we also know that we need other things, like knowing the parties, knowing the representatives.
90% of the PVCs were printed.
The leaders of various groups resolved to convey the message down to their people. The NOA also appealed to the people to desist from making hate speech and propagating fake news capable of causing breach of peace in the community.
On Political Tidbits today, we interacted with the state chairman Labour Party on what the party is bringing to the table for FCT residents.
We are the only political party for now that is polling unit based, grassroots based, ward based, and local government based. We are the only political party as at now that is visible everywhere. Therefore, we have the chances, and we have a slogan, 5/5. Who are those 5/5? Peter Obi for president, Date Baba Ahmed for vice president, Engineer Ajia Ireti Kingibe for Senate, FCT, Honorable Chinedu Obika for House of Reps, Abuja North, and Honorable Joy A. Ohimoro for Abuja South, House of Reps. Our candidates are masters. They know how to fix them. They have seen them all, and they will avoid corruption. You know, corruption is the bane of all these things. They have been tested and trusted.
And that's the segment this week. Here are today's tidbits.
And on sports, Flying Eagles to resume camp January 7 to continue training for the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Details will come your way in a subsequent bulletin with Wayne Dogu. And that's the news at 1. We thank you for your time. We have more reports at 7. For now, to enjoy the rest of our programs.